I was getting ready to turn on my TV so I can start doing some cleaning and stuff. Um, I got most of the snake room all cleaned and dialed in. I was gonna focus on some rats tonight. Figured let's go live for a little bit. I've kind of been a little dormant on my YouTube channel for a few weeks, and I'll explain a little bit of that as well. Nothing crazy or anything like that. Um, Pretty much, I am at about 150 hatchlings, I believe, is where I'm at, and just the amount of time that I've got to dedicate to maintaining these guys. I'm in here freaking every day, 4 or 5 hours a day. Um, it's really taken away from the time to be able to upload consistently, and I've got a ton of egg cutting videos filmed. I think I left off on clutch number 8. And what's up, clown scientist? I think I left off on my YouTube channel on clutch number 8 that I cut open, and I ended up um, having, I think, 28 clutches on the ground. So, and I filmed every single one of them. I just, again, just haven't had a lot of the time to be able to put into making content for you guys. And I do apologize. It's just, I'm a one man show. Occasionally, Daniel will come by and help me out on some Wednesdays. It's actually been a little while because he got in like 2 different accidents, and so it's taken away the time that we have to be able to come in here and work together, get stuff done, so I can make content. Celtic Reptiles, what's good? What's happening? Just want to check on a female real quick to see if she's dropped her clutch. Um, I got a female in here. She's pretty much going to be the last one to go. She is a pastel het puzzle. She giving me the blues, the blue balls. Yo, what up, Austin? What's cracking, man? The beginning of the live, I was just stating that I was getting ready to clean up some rats. I'm starting to get to that point where I can smell them, and I hate it. So um, clean them every 5 days or so. Get them that fresh Eco Flake. That way it smells nice in here. But USPS, you're next. Yeah, so it's kind of an inside joke. Daniel, his first accident, which was like 2 months ago, he somehow clipped a FedEx truck, or not a FedEx, an Amazon truck, and messed up the whole side of his car, or back side of his car. I forget exactly what happened. Uh, Finally got his car back after like a month and a half, and then within the first week, he rear ends a FedEx truck. So the inside joke is all he has left is USPS and UPS, and he's pretty much taking out all of the postal services. So Daniel hasn't had the best luck when it comes to driving. But yeah, man, I know it's been a little while since I've been live. If there's anything you guys want to see, let me know. I use hemp bedding for my rats. That's awesome. I would like to look into that. Try to find. So I found a bedding one time, but after further research, I realized it's probably not the greatest because it had baking soda in it, and it really, really helped with the smell. I mean, a whole week could go by and you wouldn't even smell them. It was really, really good stuff, and it was like it felt like tissue, like like shredded tissue was in it. And it had a mixture of a few different things. It was super absorbent, and the baking soda in it really helped with the smell. But I couldn't imagine that that would be good long term for the snakes, with the rats getting that on their feet and feeding them to the snakes. DG stuff, I've got quite a bit of that, so I'll definitely be showing some of that off. Show me everything. So I figured I'd go live for like a half hour or so. Then I do have to get to cleaning the rats. But like I said, I was getting ready to turn on my TV because I turn on my TV and put on a podcast whenever I'm in here cleaning. Lately, my poison has been the Kill Tony show. I don't know if any of you guys watch Kill Tony. That show's freaking awesome. So it's if those of you that don't know what it is, it's this guy named Tony. I think his last name is like Hinchcliffe or whatnot. But he does a live comedy show. So what he does is he gets this hat, and whoever goes to the comedy show that night, they can put their name in the hat and get randomly drawn to stand up and get 1 minute of comedy on his live show. And then once they do their minute of comedy, then he talks to them for about 5 minutes or so, gets to know them, where they're from, and all that good stuff. And it's really addicting because that dude doesn't hold back. He'll make fun of anybody. He'll, if you bomb it, he's gonna let you have it. But it's a really good show. They do some music and stuff on there too. but that's been my poison. It's helped me get through cleaning my snakes. But um, I've got a bunch of sheds that I need to test. Um, I want to send them in bulk, so I got a few more that I'm waiting on, and then I'm gonna send about 10 sheds or so. This guy is gonna be on the list of sheds to send out. Let me grab him here for you. Originally, he was gonna be a holdback, but after producing the Krypton combo DG male, I'm gonna let him go. But he's what I believe to be a super pastel, spot nose, desert ghost, and a 66% het for clown. So already 200-gram male. So feeding live rat pups. Do you watch Trap Talk? I do. Not so when it comes to the podcast, and I love Chris Eaton's podcast. I love Sean Bradley's podcast, but I don't watch every single one of them. I tend to really, and I'm just being completely honest, I tend to watch the ones with people like the guests that they have that I really want to hear about. So anytime one of those guys get Bob Vu on there or Ozzy, I'm watching it. Like so, but if it's somebody I don't really know or it's like a new breeder on the block type of stuff, I'll be completely honest, I probably don't watch it. Have you played the new Pokemon game? I know, random question. Honestly, no. So, um, Arceus, it was cool, but I find myself, same excuse with why I don't do a lot of content. I just don't have a lot of time for those games right now, man. Like I'll play maybe an hour of Warzone and get my enjoyment, quick play, and I'm done. But when it comes to like adventure games, strategy games, those type of stuff that really require, you can spend an hour in one area, and really not progress too far. Those type of games, like I love them, but it's tough for me to play those games nowadays. Like I'm a huge Legend of Zelda fan. I don't know if you guys can see it. Got a tattoo right here. So like those games I'll find time because I'm just super addicted, but even those will take me like 6 months to a year to beat because I get wrapped up. But it's definitely on the list of games to get. But I'm just not in a rush to get it. How much do these genetic tests run you? They're about $65 per test. And then there's a few options when it comes to testing. Like you can test the sex, you can test the trait, and I think there might be one other thing you can test. But each thing that you add to the test, I think it increases the prices if I'm not mistaken. So, but yeah, this dude's sick. He came out in the same exact clutch as the DG Clown. So that clutch was just powerful, man. Um, I think I think there might have been a pastel. Let me see what clutch is that for. There. Let me see. I'm thinking that I'm not sure if I remember if there was a pastel DG in that same clutch or not. No. So these were the only two GGs was him and the Super Pastel Spot Nose DG Clown, and it was from a pastel spot nose Het Desert Ghost, Het Clown, 50% Het Hypo to a Lemon Blast double Het. So the odds were just insane. I got the one Clown, I got the one DG, but I managed to hit the Clown and the DG together. So crazy, crazy odds. Same one on your taints. That's funny. Um, but yeah, I'll show you I'll show you a few of the DG animals. Let's see here. So here's another one I'm going to send off for testing, but regardless if he comes back showing Het Pied, I'm going to keep him anyway. But he's I'm trying to show off his head because his head is what really gives it away. Camera's not going to show it. Let me see this. Okay. There we go. So he is an Orange Dream Pastel Enchi Desert Ghost, 66% Het for Pied. But that head stamp normally on the Pastel Enchi DGs is white. His is orange. So I've hatched out a few Pastel Enchi Desert Ghosts in the past, and right away when I looked at him, I knew he was different. Some of the bandings and the highlight and the color in between the bandings, I knew he was Orange Dream. Just really, really nice looking male. But again, I'll keep him regardless, just because he's a pretty powerful Desert Ghost combo, and what I can use him for to make more double head DG clowns, that kind of stuff. Just gonna be power, or sorry, DG pied hits. Forgot he's pied, not DG. I mean not clown. So just again for down the road, I can throw him if he is het pied. I can throw him to some of my pieds and produce some pied het DGs. Firefly Inchy Champagne Het Clown female went back to an Orange Dream Yellow Belly Clown Bell. There you go. Cool. So you've got the Inchy and the Champagne together, which is what you want in a Champagne combo. That's good. Yeah, what up, State 48? What's going on? So I still need to make a video. Got a few things coming in. I know Joel. I've had this for a little bit. I haven't made really much content, but I know Joel's gonna get a good kick out of this animal. I showed it off on Instagram, but let me see if you guys can guess what this is. Joel should be able to get this pretty quick. There you go. I'll show you that head, because that little fork on the back of the head is an indicator of this gene as well. So, and it's a male too. So, see if you guys can guess what that is. One of my most powerful males that I have in the collection now. So, let me get that guy put away. Need some DG powerhouses? Heck yeah. So, my favorite male I produced this season when it comes to the DG project is this guy right here. So we'll show him off. So, DG Krypton, hi there. So, by the way, that snake I just showed you is a pastel zebra het hypo. So, really expensive male. I tried to get the hypo version of the zebra, but Adam Chisler was playing hard to get with that. So I'm still happy because I could throw him to all of my hypo stuff and get hypos that are het zebra. So yeah. Have you gotten sexier since the last I've seen you? I don't know, man. I'm probably like 10, 15 pounds heavier though. I've been fucking eating, bro. So this here is the snake that was featured in Mutation Creations Morph of the Week or Pick of the Week. But he is a spot nose, pinstripe, desert ghost, Krypton. So, and the Krypton in him is really starting to come out, all that white in between the lines right here, really starting to come out really hard. And the white comes up from the belly a lot more in the Krypton stuff. So, really, really coming out strong. And he's eating really good. He's probably going to be pushing 300 grams here coming up. So, what's up? Oh, so you got into the zebra. Yeah, man. The zebra stuff. Really, really new recessive trait in the market. Really untapped. Steve's Morphs and Adam Chisler are the ones that are pretty much ahead of the curve on all of that. I think Steve Morphs is already producing the triple het DG Clown Zebras, which is a path I'm going to go as well. I'm going to end up putting him to... So, here's the crazy thing. So, let me grab the snake. Just that way we can get a visual on it. So, my favorite animal I produced this season is this girl. So, she is what I believe to be, at the very least, I know she's pastel spot nose, but I think she might be super pastel spot nose, and a lot of people agree with that just because of how washed out that head is and all the little peppering in the pattern. But she is a Desert Ghost Clown, so super pastel spot nose Desert Ghost Clown. So her dad is 50% het for hypo. So wouldn't that be crazy if I bred that zebra het hypo to her and we managed to hit a visual hypo that's triple het for zebra, Desert Ghost, and Clown? That would be just absolutely insane. It might even be worth it just to pay the $65 just to see if she's got het hypo in her or not. Who knows? Saw your post, Genomic. Nice pickup. Oh, I gotta go check that out, man. I've been slacking on following up. Morbid Sadistic Balls. What's up, man? What's going on? Has Clown Zebra already been done? I don't think so. It's still relatively untapped. Um, but if I should guess, somebody's got some hets that they're probably going to put together this season or next season. If you know the way this industry is going, when a project is released to the public, the person that founded that gene is already probably years ahead of anybody else. And they've probably got all that ready so that way when they do release it, they can keep releasing the new thing year after year until people finally kind of catch up. Yeah, JKR got into Zebra. Pretty much all the big guys have Zebra already. But they just, a lot of the big guys don't really put out that they have stuff until they're producing stuff. So, and then they have several examples. Yo, what up, Lou? What's going on? So, just showing off the pastel / super pastel spot nose DG clown girl. She's luckily the best eater of the season so far. Couldn't pick a better animal to have be the best eater of the season so far. Ironically, her and the spot nose pinstripe DG Krypton are the best eaters. The DG Pied, he's coming around. The funny thing is that he doesn't let me watch him eat. Like, he will not eat in front of me for some reason. I have to just leave the rat pup in there with him. And in most cases, even overnight, and he'll take it. Every single time. He just doesn't like to let me see him eat. I can't call it. But he is coloring up so freaking nice, man. So freaking nice. Look at all that color. So happy to produce this guy. So it was from a pied het DG to a pastel double het DG pied. Just absolutely amazing. Really good looking snake. Very banded. One of the busiest, one of the best pattern DG pieds I've seen. I mean, yes, it's my animal, but when I was looking on Morph Market and getting comparisons, I didn't really find one that had this much pattern on it, this much color, this much saddles. They were mostly really high white pied. So really happy with the way this dude came out. Haven't been much on social media, but it seems like I have missed a lot. Yeah, it's that time of year, I think, when everybody starts getting babies and stuff, and they start getting really, really overwhelmed. It starts to really put everybody in the back seat of social media. Just want to show this guy off. So this is another guy that's getting tested. He will be for sale once he's tested, even if he tests for Het Desert Ghost. But he's an Orange Dream Pied. 66 het for DG. Trying to show you without getting bit, but if you guys can see just how bright a straight DG pied actually is. Don't be looking at my finger, bro. This guy, he can be a little nippy, but just trying to give you guys a good example. So Orange Dream pied, 66 het DG, and then pied DG right there. So yeah, I wouldn't keep him only because I have the DG Pied. I mean, I was on the fence for a while, if he is het DG, to keep him kind of as a backup. But I'm hoping that Pastel Inchy Desert Ghost Orange Dream is het pied instead. Let's see. It's bright and clean. Yeah, man. It's just, dude, this season's just been so cool, man. I've got so much stuff to show you guys that I haven't even shown. Like, even on Instagram, I haven't shown. Like, I'll show you this cool Blackhead Lesser Hypo combo that just came out. Haven't seen one like it. Just came out, had its first shed recently. Have yet to see one like this, and I'm still not exactly sure what this is, but I'm fairly confident it's Blackhead. Oh, let me turn the camera. This thing's kind of small and playing hard to get. Let me turn this. So I'm pretty sure this is a black. I know it's hypo because it was hypo to hypo. It was a Blackhead hypo, red gene, possible super red gene bred to a black pewter lesser fader hypo. So I'm thinking this has some fader in it. I'm thinking it's got blackhead. Thinking it's got pastel. It's got lesser red gene. I'm just not sold on it being so it's either got blackhead or black pastel, but I'm leaning more towards blackhead because I already know what the mom looks like. So I think this is the blackhead version of mom. Again, I think it's a blackhead pastel lesser fader hypo red gene. Just super, super like soft looking. No, the camera's not doing a lot of justice, but it looks almost blurry. But there's that for you. Just really cool looking animal. Are you making any DG clown pieds? That'll be for sure in the future. I don't got anything in that project just yet, but I'm gonna use the DG pied for that. So I'll end up throwing him to like a clown combo. What I'll probably end up doing. So I'm gonna make a video on this, talking about the market and my input on the market where we're at now and where I think the market is shifting towards. I am selling a lot of animals that I typically would hold back just because of the way this market is right now. It's giving me some foresight on what's to come and what I need to do with my collection to be ready for if this happens again, and just to have a smarter, not harder type collection. So what I'll end up doing, because if I just go the straight DG pied to a clown, I'm gonna make triple hets. By the time those are raised up and ready to go, I'll have to hold back a triple het male and a triple het female. The odds for a double het to double het are 1 in 16 to produce a double visual. I forget what the triple visual is, but I'm guessing it's probably going to double. So it's probably a 1 in 32 from a triple het to a triple het. So to help myself in the future, what I'll probably end up doing is picking up a clown that's het pied or a clown that's het desert ghost. And breed that instead so I can at least get one visual and then plus it being double het. And so that'll help shrink those odds back down to like a 1 in 16. So I'm just trying to be smarter when it comes to those projects in the future, because if you already look, Straight Fire already produced the DG Clown Pied. So that guy is already there. And if I'm going to start producing them, I'm going to be 5 to 10 years behind this guy. And by the time I finally produce him, I'm going to be kind of late to the game if I don't go and I don't, do those moves to help increase my odds. It's a 1 in 64. Nice. See, it's even worse odds. So even worse odds than I thought. So I'm just trying to be smarter when it comes to that stuff. And again, I'm going to do a video that's just dedicated to that. And there are honestly two different types of breeders, right? You've got your investment breeder, and then you've got your breeder that's just doing this for a hobby. And there's nothing wrong with either way. But if you're doing this to make some money, you've got to be smart with what you're pairing, and you got to think 5-10 years down the road if you ever want to get to that point. If you want to make some money, still keep it as a hobby, then you've got nothing really to worry about. The only thing I would suggest is keep it small. Don't scale your collection up to 100 plus snakes with $500 snakes. You're going to kill yourself, dude. It's just not smart to do that. Ain't nothing wrong with breeding a $500 snake to a $500 snake, but keep your collection manageable. Make it to where it's 25, 50 snakes is pushing it, because when it comes down to selling the babies, selling a bunch of 100 to 500, maybe even $1,000 snakes, you're going to sit on those for a while. They're going to end up costing you money while they're sitting here, and it's just not a smart move. So again, I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. I want to, have some visuals for you guys, because this market we're in right now, it's an eye opener for a lot of us. For some of us, it's scary. Me, I'm not scared. It's just it's a good awakening for me. Like, it's a good slap in the butt, being like, okay, maybe I need to stop breeding these, visual clowns to a non-het to make some hets. Maybe I need to stop doing that, because sure, I'll get the 4 or 5 gene banger that I'm going to hold back, but then I'm stuck with 5 or 6 that are $500 het clowns, $800 het clowns, So I don't want to do that anymore. I want to come on, Smile. It's funny. I'll invest in your breeder. Oh, I didn't even see that, dude. My bad. That was pretty funny. But what I want to do and take my collection is to where my byproduct is $1,000 plus, because that client base, um, they're straight to the point. They have the money to do it, and you're not sitting on inventory that long. And another thing is, like I was telling my buddy, if we are producing those $1,000 and up snakes, and we're in an economy that we're in now, who cares? We can sit on that $1,000, 5,000, $10,000 snake for a whole year. Who gives a shit? That's only going to go up in value. It's not going to lose value, or at the very worst, it's going to maintain value. Somebody that's going to see that snake a year down the road is going to be like, oh, now I can buy this breeder male for a price that it was last year. Yeah, sure, I'm going to go buy that. So what does a snake cost you in food to feed for a year? $50, $80 for a whole year. So I'd rather sit on $1,000 snake for a year than sit on a two, three, four, $500 snake for a year, and maybe I'm breaking even, maybe I'm making $100. So that's all I'm saying. So been in this 5 years and only have 43 snakes. That's the way to do it, man. Like I tell everybody, my first 25 snakes was probably about 4 or 5 years. I was always the type where, and of course, space had a lot to do with it. I was always the type where it's like, I'm a one man show. I want to make it manageable. I don't want to go out and buy tons of snakes, because then you're just sitting on a bunch of work, a bunch of snakes. You don't know what your projects are going to be. So I took it very slow. It wasn't until the last maybe 4 or 5 years that I really started to scale up a little bit. And now I'm at the point where I was like, I don't think I scaled up too much. I just think I need to scale down and then scale back up with more powerful animals. So I've got a list of probably about 10 to 15 adult breeder females that I got fattened up ready to breed again, that I'm not going to breed. I'm going to sell them. So I'm just restructuring my collection. I only want to do the most powerful stuff possible. I don't care to try to hit a new record with how many clutches I'm producing this year. I think the clutch that's about to drop is either going to be clutch 29 or 30. I forget where I left off at offhand, but I'm okay with doing 15 clutches as long as I'm producing DG clones, DG pieds. Like I'd rather do it smaller but more potent, more powerful, than being in here 4 or 5 hours a night every single night. Cleaning $200 snakes, $300 snakes. I just don't want to do that anymore. I disagree, dude. The fear from people right now is making everyone lowball each other. Like when I came in 5 years ago, if everyone would just be smart and hold their ground on prices. Yeah, yeah. I'm not saying that that's not what's happening. Um, I'm not saying that's not what's happening at all. Of course, everybody is dropping their prices right now instead of holding firm. Yeah, I agree. You know, on Morph Market, you can put in your description, hey, this is what I'm asking for it. I'm open to negotiation. DM me. There's nothing wrong with that. But flat out going and dropping your price by a couple $100 just to undercut the market, you're not doing anybody any favors. You're actually hurting everybody else. So, and for the love of God, yes, quit breeding just to create. Absolutely. So, you know, in a lot of the bigger guys, dude, they're mass producing stuff, man. The DG clown, that they're gonna be at 5 grand in probably another 2 years. So, just because everybody's gonna be mass producing that stuff. Um, but that's kind of what makes it fun too. Is you try to think outside of the box and be like, let me produce. Sure, let me produce this clown pied when they're going for 2 grand, but let me add this gene and this gene that nobody has and sell it for 5, 6, 7 grand. So there's still ways to keep the value in your project too. GDH, you're my hero, dog. uh, yeah. Hey, Feely, man, you come a long way, man. I'm happy for you, man. You're doing big moves, doing good things, man. You're definitely bridging that gap from hobbyer to investment style breeder. So I look forward to the next 5 years, see where you're going to be at, man. I know that Monarch project's going to really take you far. It's funny because a lot of you guys may know I had Ultramel, right? I only had one Ultramel female. She was a pewter denim Ultramel. And I tried so hard to fall in love with the Ultramel project, but I just couldn't fall in love with it. I mean, I tried. I tried. I even have plans of putting the Hypopide, the Enchi Hypopide to her this season. And then I was like, okay, when I finally produce that triple visual, am I gonna love it? And the answer was no. Like, it's gonna look nice, sure. I'm gonna like that animal, but how much can I really change the look of that animal? And so, again, I tried. I would browse on Morph Market, but like, let me see what Ultramel stuff people are producing right now. And it all looked yellow, orange, and brown. Every single snake. Sure, the pattern changed a little bit. Sure. Don't let me discourage you because I call it how I see it with jeans, and what I like to work with. What I like to work with might not be what you like to work with. If you see a bamboo and you think that's the greatest untapped project on earth, while I think bamboo is severely overrated, then who cares? But I'm just saying I couldn't fall in love with Ultramel because they all look the same. Ultramel is an albino, okay? That's the same reason why I don't love albinos. I'm an artist, right? I like to paint my happy trees with my snakes, right? I just cannot fall. I think albinos are beautiful snakes. Ultramels are beautiful snakes. But when it comes to playing with art, making a different color, making a different pattern, they just don't do it for me. So I traded off that Ultramel female, but it was one of the best things I ever did because now I have a zebra in my collection that's het for hypo. So that he's gonna do way more for my collection than what she could have ever done. Um, and it's funny because what I was getting into was my buddy is looking at getting into an Ultramel Pied, and I was like, "Boo, Ultramel sucks. Go Monarch," because I do think Monarchs have a nicer look. Personally, they have that bold look, which I really dig in the Monarch project. Um, and Monarch looks I think it just looks way better. But my personal opinion. I'm doing that as well with my skinks. One's my holdbacks, reach breeding age. Yeah, man. So I like to do the 2 to 3 year cycle. So out with the old, in with the new. So, the first 2 years of being a breeder, right? You fall in love with your snakes. Some people even name them. I made sure I never named any of my snakes. I've got one that has a name, and that is it. He's the Golden Boy. That's it. He's my original Bumblebee. That's it. What up, Eric? But first 2 years, you kind of fall in love with your snakes, and you're like, I'm gonna hold this one forever. And I've got one that I've had for 10 years, and I'm gonna sell her because I had to shift my focus to being like, okay, this is a business. Like, I pretty much am gonna have to take some of the emotion out of it, and think smart with my pairings. Of course, the passion's always gonna be there. I clean and I open up a tub and I find myself like, shit, I gotta get back to work. Let me put this tub away. Like, let me put this snake away because I find myself staring at it, just really looking at it, just loving it. I mean, I still love it. That part will never go away. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't love it. But yeah, just every 2 3 years, I just cycle the old stuff with the new stuff. Of course, some animals are going to be here longer just because of their potential. So, got a dude here locally literally selling 500 animals for $80 because he doesn't care to me. Holy shit. I know a lot of people are selling out, dude. Like, giving stuff away. It's sad, dude. But that just goes to show you, man, that he was just in it for the money. I mean, let's just be honest. Hardest move ever, bro. Going hobby to full blown business. Yeah, man. But and I've always said, as much as I love this being a hobby, like I would still like for it to make some supplemental income for me, right? I'm doing all this work and whatnot, and I'm being very social. I'm doing all this advertising. I would love for it to pay off. And then once I had my first $1,000 sale, my $2,000 sale, doing trade deals for $10,000 animals, I realized, man, there is some money in this. Like, let me see how far I can take this. Let me restructure my thinking and see where this can go. Michael's Creative Creations. He's an OG. He's out in Canada. Been following him for several years. He kind of comes and goes, but he always comes back, so that's cool. So yeah, man. Is there anything else you guys want to see? I kind of got on my soapbox there for a minute, man. Let me see if this girl shed. Let me see, where is it? There's a really cool Blitz combo Het Clown female. She's still in shed. She's got a really muddy looking head. But when this girl comes out of shed, she just pops. So she's what I call the poor man's hurricane. So she is a banana, leopard, pastel, blitz, 100% Het 4 clown. So pastel, leopard, banana blitz. There we go. You can see all of those little arm flexes. So yeah, definitely Blitz is going tough in this one. So that girl's eating like a weed. All my banana stuff, they just grow like weeds. Faro Exotics can attest to that. Matt Somers bought a male, and he was breeding within a year. So all my banana stuff, they grow. That girl's already getting big. UNOG should be going full time in my eyes. Just gotta trust yourself to do the right thing. I know you got it though. Yeah, I'm one of those where uh, I'm gonna do it. It's just a matter of time. I want to make sure that when I commit, I'm able to fully commit. So my goal before this whole economy bullshit went down was I wanted to rent out this house that we're in and go buy our next house, which is still doable, just with the economy where it's at right now. I just want everything to settle back down. My job's been a little slow. I'll be completely honest when it comes to that. I'm a commission based employee, so sales have been down. Therefore, income's been down. So it's kind of set me back on that as well. Snakes are moving a little bit slower, but at the same time, I haven't been posting as much, so that falls on me too. Um, so I'll get there. I've got the collection to do it. I really do. Um, so we'll get there. Yeah, I want to see the temperature outside go up. Yeah, for sure, man. Um, I don't know you. How's that possible? So again, Michael's Creative Creations. He was around many years ago too, along with myself. He's just. I know he had to get out for a little bit, but he kept the rat breeding thing going. I think he's gonna get back into it. The According to the last time we talked, he started doing live streaming too. So you want to go check him out. I'm driving up, be listening in. Nice, dude. Yep, you ain't lying. That banana girl is growing quick and one of my best eaters. Yeah, man. I think I've got a sibling to yours, and she's at 1,600 grams right now. 1,700 grams. She's gonna be breeding this season. Let me grab her. This was another really crazy snake that just came out of some really crazy odds. She's a banana leopard butter clown, and she came from a het to het pairing. So she came from the butter leopard het clown to a banana het clown, and what's crazy is the same exact pairing was the one that got me my Gotham. So that girl, she literally was gold for my collection, literally gold. The mama, the banana, the original banana, and she is the OG to all the banana stuff I've produced. So everything has stemmed from her. I've got tons of banana stuff I sold, and it all stemmed from the original banana het clown. So this is another girl from last season that's gonna go. I'm sure she's pushing the 1,500 gram mark. She is she's a leopard mystic banana het clown. So I forgot to mention the banana butter leopard. Sorry, the banana butter leopard clown female. She's gonna be going to a spot nose cinnamon clown male. So those of you that know, the cinnamon and black pastel, even GHI, all the dark stuff goes really good with banana. But the cool thing is that I can make the scarecrow, so I can make the banana Batman. That's what a scarecrow is. Plus, we've got cinnamon in the mix, and we've got butter in the mix. So that's going to be a really cool clutch when they produce, and it's clown to clown. So all visual clowns. This girl, I'm gonna actually throw her. So she is again, she's a mystic leopard banana het clown. I'm gonna throw her to my Hidden Gene Woma clown male, but he's also either mahogany or mystic. So I'm gonna do that pairing because if I get the super mystic clown, then I'll know he's got mystic. if I get mahogany looking animals or a mahogany mystic, I'm gonna know that as well. So really, really cool pairing that we're gonna do this season to get some really cool clowns. What about that DG clutch you cut on live? How's the babies? Yeah, I showed them off, bro. But I'll pull out the DG clown again for you guys because I know some of you guys tune in later. Oh, also, I got a blackhead clown coming too that I'll show off when it gets here. We're probably gonna do the deal um, probably in the next week or two and ship out each other's animals. Let's see here. Um, yeah, the I was saying the DG clown, that clutch, man, been like some of the best eaters this season. She's probably my best eater from the season. Um, I had the scale right here, but let me see how much she weighs. Just she does really good with rat pups every week, and she started taking weaned. So once they get on that weaned, then it just goes. They just go quick, man. The weaned, they'll be on weaned for maybe another month or two. Then you move them up to the small rat. Once they get to the small rat, then it's just crazy, man. But yeah, she's 280 grams, so she's pushing 300 grams already. So super pastel spot nose DG clown. So sucks that she is a she. I was hoping that it would be a male, but I ended up rebuttaling with getting that spot nose pinstripe desert ghost krypton that I hatched out in one of my other clutches. The odds on that clutch were just absolutely insane. Mom was a pinstripe 100% desert ghost. At the time, she was 50% het for cryptic, but I didn't even know that until I proved out the dad to actually being het cryptic when I produced a krypton from him. So then I changed her label to 50% pos het cryptic. I bred a pastel spot nose het desert ghost clown, 50% het hypo to her, and the only visual that was desert ghost just so happened to also be the krypton. So, dude, talk about just a banana like crazy bonker year, man. Dude, I got really lucky with hitting my DG clown, hitting my DG pied, my DG krypton. It's been a crazy season. Um, Also, my buddy Ray, I don't know if you guys remember, but I was house sitting his snake collection. Work makes me miss a lot of your lives. Yeah, but you can always go back and watch them. Yo, forward motion, what's good, man? When we started YouTube live streaming, wasn't even a thing. I know, man. Could you imagine? I would have been all over that early on. But my buddy Ray at Euphoric Reptiles, I was house sitting his collection, and he had an OD YB Enchi Gene X pied male. And he said, hey, for doing me a favor by watching my collection, if you want to use that male to breed, go for it. And so I did. So OD, I think this is a ODYB Gene X pied. This clutch hatched out of really small eggs and out of probably the ugliest looking eggs I've ever had, man. Just beautiful looking animal, tons of pattern. This one bit me the other day. But mom is a really busy pied, and she definitely passed it on to her babies because their dad is really reduced, but they all came out looking like mom's patterns. I got 2 pairing for DG clowns this year. Yeah, I saw that, dude. That's awesome, man. Yeah, so you're just playing the odds, man. So last year I had, well, this season I guess you could say, it was double het DG clown to double het DG clown combos, and I managed to hit one. The pieds, I had 2 females. It was one of them was ODYB double het DG pied. I bred him to a pastel Enchi double het DG pied. I completely missed on the DG pied, but I did hit an Orange Dream 66, an Orange Dream pied 66 het DG, and I hit on 2 really, really nice DG combos that are 66 het for pied. But then I also bred him. So no, I didn't breed him. I bred my male that I ended up getting later in the season. He's a pied het DG. I bred him to a pastel double het, and that's what got me the visual DG pied. So it was a 1 in 8 odds. It went from 1 in 16 to the double het to 1 in 8, and I hit it. So again, it's just an odds game. Having more females that you can, take chances on, the better odds you're gonna have. Sybil Serpents, I think he hit 2 visual DG clowns out of double het to double het. So you just never know. That dude is great looking. Yo, what up, Luke? What's going on, man? Nothing much. Working on this YouTube channel. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of work too. Um, Fuck, I forgot what I was getting at with Eric, but let me check this other. Let me see if she shed yet. So one of my clowns that I produced that has pastel in it actually looks really cool. She's in deep shed, so it's probably not going to do her any justice. She looks like a brown clown, but she's a pastel mahogany clown. Produced her from double het to double het. There was a shot at getting her in the banana form, but we missed. But when she sheds, she's so freaking nice, man. So they have like this really strong granite look to them, and all the yellow comes from the alien heads down through the belly. So I really like that about the mahogany stuff. So the goal is when she comes to size, I'm gonna put that Hidden Gene Woma mahogany or mystic clown to her, so that way we can maybe hit the super mahogany clown, or we'll hit the mahogany mystic Hidden Gene Woma clown potentially. So that'll be rad. What's up? Hey, bro. Sorry about last night. My daughter was up till 3:30 in the morning. But yeah, man. Oh, damn, dude. Yeah, that's never good. I've got 3 daughters. My 2 youngest, I've spent many nights awake watching them sleep because they've both had issues with having febrile seizures. I think that's what they're called. So both my oldest or my middle child, she had them, I think 2 times, and then my youngest had them 3 different times. So both of them had that first one that was really big that sent them to the hospital and to the ICU. But then once we realized, okay, this is what it is, then they weren't as bad after that because we learned to kind of catch them early, and we're able to get through them much better. She was on her dang tablet and she's 4. Oh yeah, man. I've got to take those away from my daughter. Sometimes it's like midnight. I come out of the snake room and they're on their tablets. I'm like, what the heck are you doing, man? Let me go grab that Hidden Gene Woma clown. He just shed. So we are in bad shed season. So this guy's got a little bit of stuck shed, but he's got a really cool look, really earth tone look. So he was definitely really, really nice and bright when he was younger, but he's still holding a lot of his colors really well. But he's a Hidden Gene Woma, and he's either Mystic or Mahogany clown. Um, when he was younger, he had a really orange head. I mean, just really, really orange head. And I was like, that's Mahogany all day long. I was like, he's gonna prove Mahogany all day long. And from all the examples I saw online, but either way, I just really love what Hidden Gene Woma does. And I knew long term I was gonna get him into DG. So that might be a route I go this season. I might end up putting him to the Pastel Enchi Desert Ghost female to get some more double heads because I don't have Enchi in my DG Clown project, and I don't have Hidden Gene Woma. So I'm thinking I might go that route. Um, the next thing I really need to add is Yellow Belly too, because then down the road we can make some Inferno DG clowns, which I think would be absolutely insane. Um, yeah, Hidden Gene Woma, Hidden Gene Woma in general is very, very untapped, man. It is one of those really busy patterns that it just, I don't know why more people don't work with it. Like I get it, a standard Hidden Gene Woma browns out pretty bad, but now that we have Hypo Desert Ghost, that'll offset it. And so I really wanted to get Hidden Gene Woma in Desert Ghost, so I actually bought an adult breeder female. She's a Pastel Mystic Hidden Gene Woma Het Hypo. Um, so I originally got her with the intention of making Het DGs from her. So I had put the Pinstripe DG Het Cryptic to her, but she didn't end up taking. So now I'm a year behind on that. But I might just use him instead and go the DG Clown route. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Let me put him back. Another male that's going to do some breeding this season is this gorgeous looking guy. So I'm sure you guys can guess what's in his genetics just from those sides. I mean, that is a pretty pronounced side pattern when it comes to clowns. But this is a combo I never would have expected to look as good as it does, and it really made me fall in love with Cinnamon. So he's a cinnamon spot nose clown, and Cinnamon really does shine in clown. It's one of the few genes or recessive genes that I think Cinnamon really shines. And don't get me wrong, I love black pastel clowns too, but I I really dig the Cinnamon clown look. So, and I'm gonna be working with both because another female that's gonna go probably late this season is she's a black pastel Mojave Blade clown or het clown. I thought originally she had Orange Dream, but I later found out that Dad wasn't Orange Dream after all. After 6 clutches, I was able to rule it out. But so he's gonna go again to that butter leopard banana clown. So we can make some awesome Batman combos and scarecrows and cinnamon combo clowns with banana. So cinnamon and banana just go together like butt cheeks. I got a pairing this season of Enhancer Genetic Stripe times Enchi Lesser Pinstripe Hidden G1. Well, heck yeah, man, that's gonna be cool. Them clowns are blowing me away. Holy, yeah, man. I've always been a clown guy, man. I love clowns, and you too, Mike. We come from an era where the clowns were just really expensive for a very long time, but they're finally coming down to a point where they're more manageable, in price and whatnot. So they're not that hard to get, a good combo clown male or female for not that much money, honestly. Um, I want to show you guys some more of that Gene X Pied stuff. Let me show you probably my only holdback. Oh no. So this guy I was originally gonna hold him back, but I think I might let him go. So he's an Enchi YB Gene X Pied, and he's just super busy. Him having Enchi makes for low white Pied. I was originally gonna keep him, but just because, oh, he's so nice, man. He is so freaking nice. Let me change the camera. But with me having the DG Pied, it just kind of doesn't make sense to keep him. Unless I raise him up and throw him to a DG and make some nice double heads. But again, I'd rather just go get a DG or a Pied that is het for the other. You know what I mean? But man, he's so nice. He is so freaking nice. But I will show you my holdback. And even her, I thought about letting her go for the same reason. It's like, okay, should I sell her and maybe get a double het, DG Pied, or, Pied or DG het for the other. But she's just so nice, man. I just can't let her go. She's just so freaking nice. And, I want to keep some quality genes in my collection. And I really like the DG Pied stuff. I like the clown Pied stuff. So even though she's just a Pied, not het for anything, I think I still want to hold her back. But let's show her off. So, of course, camera's not doing her justice. But she's an Orange Dream Enchi Gene X Pied. And she is practically no white, with the exception of where the tip of my pinky is. There's a little bit of white coming up. Let me see if I can get her over here. Let me come over here. Just trying to get you guys some better lighting. The camera's not focusing. But, yeah, there she is, man. Just so freaking nice. Don't get me wrong, I have almost every game system that came out besides the PlayStation 3 and Xbox and Switch. I love gaming, but I haven't done it in a few years to be online gaming all the time. Yeah, I find myself on my PC more than anything these days. I've always been a PlayStation fanboy, but with how hard it was to get my hands on a PS5 early, I just went and spent $2,000 on a gaming PC and went that route. L Harper Reptiles, what is good? We're kind of getting towards the end of the live here. I said I was going to do a half hour, and then I just kind of got in the mix because I do got to clean the rats. But that'll take me probably about an hour. That means I could probably get done by midnight, and I get through it pretty quick. I don't have a huge rat breeding setup. I've got 3 racks. Um, I can move through it pretty quickly, get a good system going. Nixon, what is up, man? This shit's going on late. How's everyone doing? Just got back from lifting. That girl looking crazy. You getting them gains, bro, huh? So how do you know that it's pied with Solesse white? Well, for one, I've got the eye for it. Um, I can look at a pie that has no white and just know right away just from the patterns. But it was a pie to a pie, so that takes all of the guessing out. So it was Orange Dream, Yellow Belly, Enchi G-Nex pied to a pied. So I know without a doubt, 100%, it is a pied. But even if it was a het, I could tell you right away that that's a pied because if you look at a regular Orange Dream Enchi, you're not going to get that type of patterning and saddles that you would get, from it being an actual pied. Watch me start on you on a rant again. Don't. That's because you love me, right? Love those random. Yeah, man. Remember when I used to do them like, I don't know, 3, 4 times a week? And I did it with a much smaller collection too. I don't know how I ever did it. Pattern's weird. I have no white. It's crazy. She looks, yeah. Um, I've got another girl here. Let me see if she's shed. Oh, she did shed. And she left a nice big poopy. So, let me see. This girl is generally kind of mean. But I love Enchi in my pieds because they make, again, really low white pieds. So, that's the only white in her. She's a pastel Enchi pied. So, now take a regular pastel Enchi. It's not going to look anything like this. Let me give you an example. Do I have... Okay, I know I have a pastel Enchi. I know I have a baby that's floating around here somewhere, but I'm just going to go grab the adult. I'll be right back. Of course, she's in shed too, but... So this is a pastel Enchi Het Desert Ghost, but you can see the patterns are way different on a visual pied. Just way, way different. This girl, the pied is pretty mean. She's ready to strike. But I'll get this girl put away. She's bitten me a few times. This girl's going to breed this season. I'm a little on the fence of what I'm going to breed her to. I've got a blackhead Mojave het pied male. So that's an option. I've got a pastel leopard yellow belly pied. So he's kind of front of the line because I can make all pieds from that breeding. So I might end up doing that. But again, from that, I don't know if I would keep anything. So again, this year has really shifted the way I think about my pairings. So sure, I can throw that pastel leopard yellow belly pie to this pastel Enchi pie and make more pies. But now that my focus has shifted, I don't think I would even keep anything back from that. So then I'm just breeding to make money at that point, right? Which is not a bad thing, That could still fund a project that would still advance me as if I were to produce that animal myself, right? So I can sell that whole clutch, make a few grand, and then turn around and spend that entire money on one just powerful animal that would set me up for the future, almost as if they produced that animal for me. So that's another thing that I'm considering. That pastel Enchi Het DG girl you made about to go to work. Yeah. So that is the sister to that one I just showed you. Just weighed the banana girl and she's 936 grams. There you go, man. So she'll be ready for you to start pairing probably in like February or March, which is not a bad thing to do. Actually, most of my pairings this season didn't actually start breeding until those months also. Once I got that ultrasound, it was game on. I thought I was maybe going to hit 15 clutches, 20 clutches max. That ultrasound, I got in those extra females, last minute. So it was freaking rad. So Eric, you're in the live. So let me show you something. I'm thinking this might be a blackhead black pastel hypo. I'm not exactly sure. It's just really red. Like the alien heads are so red. And it has that blackhead belly, that like popcorn effect that I get on all my other blackhead hypos. And it doesn't look like just a straight black pastel hypo to me. So the only process of elimination is that it's either a blackhead, black pastel hypo, or maybe that fader gene is kicking in on this. I don't know. But still a cool looking animal. And I believe this is a female too, so it's not going to be staying here. I've held back my filling of blackhead hypo stuff this season. I'll show you my favorite one. I even do like it better than the blackhead black pastel Mojave hypo red gene, which I'll show you. But so this isn't my favorite, but I want to show off this one too. So this is, and I hit 3 of these females: blackhead black pastel Mojave hypo red gene. They almost look like a hypo freeway of some sort, like a dark freeway. Just really, really cool. Really washed out tail end. But these things are freaking rad. I plan on a few like that this year, help fund other projects. Yeah. Heads and tails, what's good? What's happening? Black pastel, blackhead, red gene hypo. Red gene is usually attached to a lot of blackheads. Yeah. That and now Mojaves too, because of all the pairings that people put the blackheads to. So you'll see a lot of that too. But let me show you my favorite hypo I produced this season. This girl is like no other. I just can't explain her color, but she's a blackhead, black pastel, special hypo red gene. So again, just let me change that camera angle. She has that like orange dorsal stripe that I haven't been able to really get to really stand out like the other ones. That nice washed out head. So the special adds a lot of color. People don't realize the special does that. But if you look at the back of her head, how it's kind of orange, that's the special doing that. Her side is orange. Again, that's the special. And of course, all of that striping and stuff that's highlighted in orange, that's all special. But this girl is just going to do phenomenal things. When she gets up to size, we're going to have to put the Enchi hypopide to her so that way we can get some blackhead, Enchi, black pastel, hypo stuff that's all het for pied. So we're going to end up going that route with it. But just a freaking insane animal, man. I really, really love the hypo stuff, I swear. She's smoking. Thanks, man. All right, bro. I'm out. Good stuff. Gotta sleep. I don't mess up the food tomorrow. There you go, man. So, yeah, we're at an hour and 3 minutes. So I'm gonna call it myself. Let's go out on that female. Again, I was shooting for a half hour. I still gotta go clean up all these rodents because I'm starting to be able to smell it, and I don't want to get too bad where I can't stand being in here. So we are gonna do that. I can tell I've taken enough cell pics of snakes to know what they are going to look like. All right, guys. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, hit it up on the way out. And we'll do another one of these probably next week. I did have intentions of filming a video of all my holdbacks. I'm going to do that. That way you guys can get an HD view of all these snakes that I'm showing you, because I know when they're on the live, they just come out really blurry and it just doesn't do it justice. But I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys. Later.